Alrighty, guys, so we ended up having a red day in the stock market today. We had the S&P 500 down 0.3%, the Dow went down 0.2%, we had the NASDAQ down 0.8%, the worst of the bunch, and surprisingly, we had the Russell up 0.3%, as we had the VIX down 1%, right around 26, 27, more like 27 is where the VIX is right now, as gold went down 0.3%, silver went up 0.2%, and last I checked, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're right around where they were, where we covered them in my last video. I think Bitcoin's at 20,800, Ethereum 1150, 70, something like that. That's where they're trading right now. So in this video, we're going to break down some earnings, stocks, moves I've been making, what I'm looking to do here in the future. So without further ado, sit back, relax. Yes, I am drinking some water here out of a tall beer glass, and let's just get into the video, guys. Let's get into the video. Get your 10 stocks from Moomoo down below, 6 stocks from Webull, and let's talk. So we had a red day today, and clearly we are seeing resistance at the 4-hour 180 SMA, both on SPY and Triple Q, right? I've been talking about this for, a couple of days here, and I mentioned it earlier today, mentioned it over the weekend, I think on Friday as well, and we got a red day. We're seeing that selling pressure on Triple Q as well, and at this point, bulls need to break out of these levels, 296 on Triple Q, and quite frankly into the 300 plus level, and SPY's got to get out of, let's see here, right around 395 to 400 if the bulls want any sort of chance for this rally to continue. So I'm going to put my alert markers at or above 400 bucks here on SPY, and we're just not quite yet getting that breakout. And we can see here, historically speaking, and by historically I mean in the past 6-7 months, 6, 7, 8 months roughly, we've gotten rejected at that 180 SMA for the most part, both on SPY and Triple Q. And yes, we've broken out of it momentarily, throughout the course of this bear market, but those breakouts didn't really last long. So until we're proven otherwise, at this point, we are still in a bear market. Obviously, we're still downtrending, and this rally should really, you should really be cautious with it. And we'll see. We'll see what happens over the next couple of days. Like I mentioned, in 2 days from now, the 29th, we get the second quarter GDP number. We lost, or GDP declined 1.5% in the first quarter. That's annualized. And if we get a negative print again, that is a recession, guys, officially in a recession. And who knows? A lot of that could be priced in already. But are we really going to be naive to the fact that there could be more, red coming? I mean, there definitely could be. So we have to be careful here, 100%. And who knows? Maybe if we do break 395, 400 on SPY, it might make a move to 420. Sure, the green could continue, but even then, we're going to be in territory where the bears rather could start selling and trap the bulls at that point, right around 415, 420. We shall see, guys. We shall see. Let's see what happens. My alerts are set 295, or rather 395 on SPY, and Triple Q, my alert is right around 296. And really, I should cancel that, to be honest, and put it at 300 bucks. Mark is at or above 300 bucks per share. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. And let's talk about some earnings. I mean, we have Nike today. We have a couple of other ones later this week. Let me see what I talked about on my Sunday video here, because we covered all the stocks. Let me double check the ones reporting earnings. We have, Shopify splits coming up. I think that's tomorrow. We have McCormick. They're on the 29th. Earnings, Paychex, 29th. General Mills 29th, Bed Bath Beyond 29th, Micron on the 30th, same with Walgreens Boots Alliance, and today we have Nike. So let's pull up Nike and see whether or not they reported yet. They probably, considering the stock's moving up here pretty, not drastically, but it's moving up decently in the aftermarket. That's telling me their earnings, their numbers are most likely out. So let's see here on the live news tab, and there we go. They just came out. They reported 90 cents versus 81 cents estimated on EPS. That's unadjusted, I believe. And sales came in at $12.2 billion versus $12.07 billion. So nice double beat here for Nike. And it might be too early when I'm filming this to look at guidance. I don't think guidance is out yet, but let's run through these different regions. Asia Pacific, Latin America revenue up 15%. Europe, Middle East, Africa revenue up 9%. Greater China revenue up, or actually no, they're down. Oh wow, that's down 19%. That can't be good. Let's see here. North America revenue down 5%. Okay, there you go. North America revenue down 5%. Asia Pacific, Latin America revenue up 15%. I might have already mentioned that, but not too bad across these regions. Greater China and North America, they are down. Again, China's down. Greater China's down more than North America, but both of those are down. And we're noticing here it's hovering around $113, up from the 110 close. So it is up 2.5%, 3-ish% after the bell. And I'm very curious to see. We'll probably get more info on this in the next 20, 30 minutes to an hour. I want to see their guidance. I mean, if they report great guidance, who knows? Maybe we do start breaking out of this head and shoulders, which you guys can see. This is clearly a head and shoulders on Nike. If this starts breaking the neckline, the moving averages, which is right where we are right now, let's say Nike starts moving 117, 120 plus, hey, there could be more upside at that point, 130, 35, 40 even. If we do get hot, it could happen. Let's see what happens with ticker symbol NKE. And let me know in the comments, do you guys own Nike? Do you, if you do own it, do you plan on selling it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to smash that like button if you're finding value in this video. And if you haven't done so already, get your 10 stocks from Moomoo with a $100 deposit. Each of those could be valued all the way up to $2,500. Use that link down below. And you could also use the Webull link and get 6 stocks, each of which could be valued what could those be valued up to? I don't know. I just messed the script up there, guys. Sorry. We're not editing this video. But if you want 6 stocks from Webull, I think it's any amount deposited. Yeah, use that link down below. And with that being said, let's get into the next stock here, which is AMC. And this is going to go into a little bit of what I did today. AMC completely erupted. And if you guys have been watching my videos here on YouTube, you know that I've been talking about it. And if you've been watching my TikToks, I've been talking about it over there on TikTok as well. Make sure to follow me there at StasserFest if you haven't done that already. So AMC today went up 13.3% at the close, but earlier in the day it was up even more, guys. It got all the way to $14.75, and this is one that I bought. I believe I bought it at, what day was that? Wednesday or Thursday of last week, I believe. I bought it at $12.97. One of those days, but I definitely bought it at $12.97. All you guys on my Patreon know $12.97. And I actually bought more today at $13.24. I put that alert in earlier this morning, and then literally, guys, it started freaking taking off. You know, that's when it started taking off, really. Well, not necessarily when I bought it, but just from the beginning of the day, it started ripping, and I noticed the uptick in volume. I noticed, really just the momentum building up, and I just figured, all right, let me add a little bit more to this, and it played out. Look at this. It went all the way to $14.75, and I actually sold 75% of my position at, what was it, $14.40? So I made around 11% on that, those shares that I sold, and I'm still leaving a little bit, 25% to ride, because, and let me show you on this 4-hour chart, because this could continue. I mean, I'm not banking on it continuing, hence why I locked in a lot of profits to play it safe, but in case it does continue, which it could, there's a chance, if we start moving up towards $16.50, $17, the upper end of this channel, that is where I could benefit from owning the majority of the shares that I do, right? So I'm leaving it for the chance, or leaving my shares open, or my position open for the chance it continues. So I do want to have some exposure to that. But overall, that's what I did today. That was my big move for the day, and that's gonna be good for the week, guys, to be honest. Because although it wasn't a very big position, it was a speculative trade. It was still a pretty big move. We're talking 11-12% in just about a day or two. That's good, and this could easily continue, no doubt about it in my mind. $15, $16 could be right around the corner. So AMC nailed it. awesome move today. Keep your eyes out on it, or on it rather. And GameStop is another one. This actually went down on the day, about 4% on the close, and we're noticing a clear ascending triangle on GameStop. We have resistance at 150, 155 bucks roughly, and during the past, throughout the past roughly month and a half, this thing's been making higher lows, 80 bucks, 88, 120. 122. Now we're holding 130. So let's see if we can get buying pressure. I would say back towards the mid-high 130s. If we could, and we start getting 140, 45, look for the momentum to really start building up in GameStop, kind of like what we saw in AMC. And we know these move in cycles, right? It's not perfect. Nobody can predict this stuff. Nobody knows what's going to move next. But it seems like when one of these is running, and sure, sometimes they run together, AMC, GameStop, but it seems like sometimes one runs, cools off, and then the next one goes, right? We had GameStop rip from $90 to $150 just in the end of May, not even into the early days of June. That was about a month ago in the end of May. So GameStop had its time in the spotlight for a couple of days there. Now it's been cooling off, and AMC's taken off. Like we called out a couple, we were early. Well, I didn't buy early, but we were calling it out pretty early, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and it's finally playing out. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if this continues. It's going to cool off, and then maybe GameStop could be getting ready for round two. Of course, it's not guaranteed, but that's what I'm watching out for. And mind you guys, this stuff's very risky. Don't put a significant, in my opinion, it's pretty stupid to put a significant amount of money in stocks like GameStop and AMC, because you can lose your shirt. No doubt about it. No friggin' doubt about it. You can lose all your money. So let's talk about Robinhood. And when I was prepping this video, I read this and I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Robinhood went up 14% on the day. FTX is seeking a path for a Robinhood deal. And I don't know if we have a bunch of details on this. It might just be really early. It says here, Robinhood shares are trading higher following a report. FTX is said to be exploring a deal for the company. So from what I understand, FTX is doing stocks now too. They're going to start they're starting a stock brokerage along with what they do with crypto. You can buy, sell crypto, yada, 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 do all that good stuff, right? So what I'm understanding here is, are they going to buy out Robinhood? How is this going to work? I mean, is this going to be, that would make sense. At this point, Robinhood is what? Let me pull this market cap up. And have you guys realized FTX, right? They have so much freaking money at this point. They have so much money when it comes to marketing budget. And from what I understand, they're the best ran brokerage right now, or they're up there. They're ran pretty well. The management team, all that good stuff. And let me see here, because they're throwing a lot of money at athletes, this, that, the third, influencers. So let's see if they could maybe buy Robinhood with all that money that they're throwing. I'm sure they have a lot more. So Robinhood's market cap is $7.6 billion. And I mean, we'll see. I don't know what the speculation's about here. We have to look deeper into that report, but we're getting that news. And in my opinion, if FTX wants to be a beast, I mean, I don't know how much they're worth, to be honest, but let's say they're worth billions. I'm sure they're worth billions at this point. They could buy Robinhood and really merge the two together. Boom. Brokerage to have, you'd have Robinhood for the stock brokerage, FTX crypto, mend the two. I mean, hey, I might be talking out my you-know-what right now, but this could work. This could work. We shall see, guys. I'm not investing in Robinhood, nor would I invest in FTX if that was even possible. I'm just not into these types of businesses. But if they merge, would I use the product? Absolutely. I'm sure that'd be a great product to use, as you guys might agree. Probably would agree with me on that. It'd probably be a user-friendly product, and it's going to be good. We'll see if it even happens, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Now let's talk about JD.com, which I believe I talked about this one on Patreon this morning in my morning update video, and looks like it didn't play out quite yet, but it could play out here in the short term. We can see here It's clearly in an ascending triangle. We have higher lows at the same time as we have resistance at about $67-68. So I'm going to set my alert. Mark is at or above $68. If that point is able to break, there's going to be a push, in my opinion, towards mid-high 70s, 75, 77, 78. That is where I can see JD.com going based off this chart. Now, is it going to happen for sure? Who the heck knows? Nobody knows. But based on the chart, it could happen. So that's why I have my alert set here. And if we do start getting that push, I'm going to be quick to act on JD, kind of like I was this morning on AMC, which if you guys take a look here on the intraday chart, AMC, this thing started moving fairly quickly. And I noticed that, bought more, wrote it up, sold out. Does it always work like that? Is it always beautiful and it's executed perfectly? Nope, it doesn't always work like that, guys. But in this case, that's what happens. So AMC's crushing it. Watch out for Robinhood, GameStop, JD, and you got to keep an eye on GIS, General Mills. I talked about this stock earlier in this video very briefly and yesterday, and today it went up on a red day. General Mills went up 0.6% on an overall red day. Yes, I guess the Russell did have a green day, but the S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, they did not have a green day, and this is a good sign. We're holding $70, $71 a share, above the 180 moving average, above the highs from a month ago. This looks pretty good in my eyes, and they report earnings, I think tomorrow or the next day, probably the next day, Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday they report earnings in the morning. Let's see if we can make that move towards the mid-70s, 74, 75 bucks. That's what I'm watching. And before we wrap the video up, guys, let's pull up crude oil and see what's going on here. Crude oil is fighting to break 110 bucks a barrel. It's up 2% right now. It's at $109.77 a barrel, and it's slowly peaking out of the 50 moving average, but here on the 4-hour chart, you're noticing it is not quite yet above that 180. It's under 113 bucks a share. Now, if it breaks 115, I feel like that's the golden number here, guys. The golden number is 115. If that point breaks on crude oil, I'm going to set my alert there right now. Mark is at or above 115 bucks. Watch out for the pop. I am telling you, at that point, we could be going back 120.25 in my personal opinion. And let's see these energy stocks quickly. Exxon, let's run through these. Exxon looks like people are buying the dip. This one up 2.5% today. Chevron up 1.9 on the day we had. Let's pull up Oxy. Occidental Petroleum, 2.4%. So these are holding up decently today. Pretty nice green day for all of them across the board for the most part. The sector did well. So let's see if it continues, guys. And with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And make sure to get your 10 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,500 with a $100 deposit. And you can get 6 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. Those are linked down below. Free money, and it also helps out the channel, guys. I appreciate you as always. And if you want all my buys, sells, call-outs, morning videos, all that good stuff, more access to me throughout the day, that's on Patreon, also linked down below. And with that being said, cheers, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm about to go hit the gym. I'll see you guys later on, probably for a video. Probably the next video would be midday tomorrow. So I'll see you guys there. Peace out.